Welcome to Outlaw Librarians, Jailbreaking the Modern Library, a Peoria Public Library podcast, where we bend and break the rules of the old-fashioned library. Listen while we talk about how librarians are breaking the stereotype of boring, stuffy libraries. Welcome again to Peoria Public Library's podcast, Outlaw Librarians. Today we're here on the 10th one. You have the right to remain stocked with your favorite kinds of books. And today we have Lisl here with us talking about Reader's Advisory. Welcome, Lisl. What is your work history with Peoria Public Library and what is your job exactly?
Okay, well, I've been with PPL not quite 5 years. I work in the reference department at the main library. My day-to-day is kind of helping patrons with computer questions and looking up information they're requesting. I also contact patrons when their interlibrary loans have arrived. But my favorite part of the job is doing Reader's Advisory.
What exactly is Reader's Advisory?
Basically, book suggestions. You tell us what you like or dislike as far as authors, books, genres. People will even tell us what they've recently read or TV shows they watch, movies they like. And we come up with a list of books that might be of interest to you.
Cool. How did you come to be part of this Reader Advisory team that we have here at the library?
It started when Jamie Jones, who's currently the manager of the McClure branch, but when she started, we worked in reference together. Her and I said how we loved doing Reader's Advisory and noticed other libraries had an online form patrons could fill out and receive suggestions. So we basically became these libraries' patrons, filled out various forms to see what type of questions they asked, what type of results we received, and how many. We took that information and made our own form and started the Book Detectives, which is Peoria Public Library's very own Reader's Advisory service.
Okay, how do you request a list, like how on the website, and what do you do on your end as the librarian with these?
What's been really nice since the website's been updated, it's really easy to find to get to the Book Detectives. On the front page of PeoriaPublicLibrary.org, you'll see a gray bar that says what to read next. You click that, and then along with Ask a Librarian, you'll see book lists broken down. So if you just wanted to look at book lists rather than request anything, you can do that too. But if you click on Ask a Librarian, you'll be taken right to our form. And you can fill it out as much or as little as you'd like. The only thing we definitely need is a name and email address. Or if you prefer a printed list, you just put pleasecall@gmail.com and then you put in your phone number and we'll contact you to find out what branch you'd like to pick up. Once you fill out the forms, it comes to the Book Detective's email, and then Jamie and I look it over and get to work. We try our best to return a list in about a week. Sometimes it can take longer depending on our work schedules. But anytime it takes extra, then we always put a little extra books for you on the list. And we love getting feedback, even if this isn't what I was looking for, or I've read this and didn't like it. Because any information you give us helps us out.
What do you love most about Reader's Advisory?
I would have to say my favorite thing is getting return patrons, because then we know we're doing something right. We've gotten some wonderful feedback about how helpful it is or how our lists get them excited to try the books. And it's great to get to know our patrons in a way that sometimes people don't want to come up to the desk and ask people, but they're willing to do it through the forum. So it's been this great way of learning about patrons that I might not meet face to face. And the thing is, you don't even have to be a Peoria Public Library patron. Anyone can use the forum. We do put links to our catalog, but you're more than welcome to do it and receive the list and take it out on your own.
Okay. Do you have any good tips on websites if you're looking for new books or you want to track your books? What are some good websites that you might have for us?
Well, for the Book Detectives, our starting point is always Novelist. It's a really wonderful tool. For those not familiar, Novelist is a database that many libraries, Peoria Public Library included, have a subscription with, and it's available to any of the patrons as long as you have a library card. You can access it under our research tab. They provide suggestions based on genre or current popular books or even TV shows. Another resource that Jamie and I love is libraryreads.org, which is each month librarians across the country can suggest new books they've read and enjoyed, and the books with the most nominations get featured on the website. And it's just really great to see what other librarians across the country are reading. Jamie and I, because it's a fairly new one. It started, I think, only in 2013, and it's just been fun to see over the years how they've developed. And then for tracking books, I'd say a go-to is always Goodreads. There's some other ones out there, but Goodreads is free and there's no limit on the amount of books you add, both as far as what you've read or what you want to read. So it's great to track books, like I said, that you're reading now or you'd like to read in the future. And you can also use it for, they have reading lists that usually users will put together just based off of what, no matter if it's a genre or author, different things you can check out with the lists. And like I said, since it's so many users, it's a great online community. So you can join a bunch of groups and discuss books or different topics. I would say that's...
Well, those are really good websites and hints. What is your favorite genre to look for? What do you really love to read genre-wise?
I've loved watching true crime TV shows and mysteries, and yet it took longer than it should have for me to realize maybe I should read books in that genre. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to remedy that now. It was kind of reading Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl that got me kind of back into that track. And so I've read all of her books, and now I'm trying to read more classic mystery writers like Agatha Christie.
Okay.
One of my favorite books is the true crime novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And I think that's a great book for those who are interested perhaps in mysteries or whatever, but aren't into nonfiction, because I myself thought nonfiction to me often can be boring or just very dry and not fun the way a fiction book can be. Yeah. And it shows that there's nonfiction out there that can be read just like a fiction book, just as fun.
That's a good suggestion. Okay, last question. What are you reading at the moment? What is on your nightstand?
Right now, I'm reading Girl Through Glass by Sari Wilson, which is the coming of age of a young ballerina in 1977 New York City. Ballet is kind of a weakness of mine. If a book says it's got ballet in it, I put it on my to-read list.
Okay, well, that's a good recommendation we have there. So thank you for joining us, Liesl, and our talking about Reader's Advisory. And this is podcast number 10. You have the right to remain stocked with your favorite kinds of books. Thank you for joining us. Bye. Thanks for listening to us here on Outlaw Librarians, Jailbreaking the Modern Library, a Peoria Public Library podcast. We strive to break the rules and laws of the old silent libraries and make them fun and exciting again. We hope you enjoyed listening and learning about the new noisy rules of libraries. You're a daisy! The Show Must Be Go by Kevin MacLeod, Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Website http://creativecommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/